Hello, this is a lesson on wage, income, taxes, how we can look at the jobs that we have, the hours we worked, and start to predict how much money we will earn and how much money we will have to spend. Starting first with an example, Taylor works 12 hours last weekend. If her wage is $12.50, how much did she earn? So if she gets $12.50 every hour and she worked for 12 hours, how much she earned is going to be 12 hours times by 12.50 per hour, and the result is going to be, if we got a calculator, $150. So this is $150. So Taylor earned $150. However, as we know in this country, we don't get to keep all of that money once you get a job. Sometimes it's a surprise, but we pay income tax in Canada in most places. So some of that money is taken away before we ever see it. In this simplified example, we're going to say income tax is 20%. So if she owes 20% in taxes, how much is left? So she earned 150. We should find what the size of this 20% piece is. So if I take 150 and I multiply it by decimal 2, convert 20% into a decimal, 150 times by decimal 2 is $30. So she owes $30 in taxes. How much is going to be left? We take what she earned, we subtract the taxes, and Taylor is getting to keep $120. So that is how much is left. If we think about in terms of these things, we have some words to talk about them. When we first calculate the total earnings, that is referred to as the gross income. Gross income. So to calculate the gross income from a wage, that was equal to your hours multiplied by your wage, or your wage multiplied by your hours. Hours times wage gives you your gross income. So this was the gross income. In contrast, the second number we calculated is known as the net income. The net income. So this would be, once we've calculated our gross income, you'd go gross, let's go net income. Or first we'll calculate the taxes, is the gross income multiplied by the tax rate, and then the net income is the gross income minus the taxes. So that would mean from this example up here, this was our net income. So first we calculate the gross income and then the net income. We always need to calculate the gross income first before we calculate the net income. Here's a quick review. Gross income before taxes and deductions, net income after taxes and deductions. So far we've only looked at taxes, but there are many other types of deductions that can come off your paycheck, for union dues, for employment insurance, for Canadian pension plan, a wide range of things that are removed. Once all of them have been removed, that is your net income. Looking at one example, sometimes wages are more complicated, sometimes somebody's earnings are much more complicated. In this one, we're just going to be looking for the gross income. Jordan works as a server in a local restaurant. She earns $11.05 an hour, works 40 hours a week. In addition, all tips are split equally between the kitchen staff and the servers. If 508 is earned in total tips, there are 3 servers to share half of it. How much does Jordan earn that week? Okay, for a question like this, if we're looking at somebody's income and they have multiple sources, it's really good to just split it up, look at one at a time, and then add it together at the end. So Jordan here is working at the restaurant. She earns money in 2 ways. She gets her wage and her tips. So we can calculate one then the other. If we start with the wage, we can think back to our gross income calculation. That was equal to wage times hours. Wage times hours in this case, 11.05 times 40. 11.505 per hour, 40 hours a week. So her gross income from her wage is $442. So that's how much she earned just for going into work, but she also had this tip stuff she'll need to sort through. All right, so 508 is earned in tips, but it says tips are split equally between the kitchen staff and the servers. So if we draw a little diagram, this is to the kitchen and this is to the servers. Okay, Jordan's part of the servers, so she will never see this portion of the money. So we need to figure out what the portion that goes to the servers is. These are equal pieces. 508 divided by 2 is going to be $254 each way. All right, so the servers are going to share 254, and we see that there are 3 servers. So this is also going to be split into 3 equal parts, where Jordan's only going to get one chunk of this 254. So 254 divided by 3, $84.67. So that is Jordan's piece. These would be equal $84.67. Let's make that look like a 6. That went to other servers. We're not sure who they are. So altogether, Jordan earns both pieces 84.67 plus 442, $526.67. 526.67. Let's circle that in red. And that is Jordan's earnings for that shift.